What am I doing, you might ask yourself? Another DIY project, I see. Didn't the last DIY project fail? Well, fuck you. Because I already have one successful candidate. What I'm doing is upgrading the output port of these light bars. Why? Because they come with these cheap, Chinese, shitty little output ports. Now in the UK, these things are useless. I cannot connect anything to them. But no worries. £30 later, a couple of ports and extension cables, I can daisy chain these lights for cheap. Is it worth it? Yes. Is it risky? Possibly so. Why? First of all, I could take my out with the Dremel. No, that's not going to happen. More expensive lights have these because they're more expensive and they probably are made for the UK, not the Chinese market. But instead of having 4 extension leads for 4 lights, I can have 1 extension lead, not even that. 1 plug for 4 lights can go out of one and into the next. On the right, we have the modified one. That's this one here. It's a bit beaten up because it's the first one. And on the left, we have a unmodified one. So, yeah. Let's get this one where this is. The hardest thing of this project is actually getting these fucking ports out. You practically have got to disassemble the entire light. So that's what I'm gonna do. No, fuck it. I'm just gonna take the end cap off and try fucking... So if you want to do this project yourself, you need to pull this out, shift the cable over to the edge so you don't yank it off the board. That should be good enough. Slide this section of LEDs over. Maybe you need to do it just a little bit more. Like that. And now, as you see, I have access to the port and all of the ways to get it out. So what I'm going to do is get some screwdrivers, poke that side out, prod this side. No, fuck, awkward bastard. Push that side out if you can, so it hopefully doesn't clip back in. Boom. Grab the other side, the big bit, push that out. Boom. Now you've got 2 options. 1, brute force and push it out. Or 2, shimmy the other side. Live. I've not used that light in like 3 months. And then I might come back to you when this light is fully charged. Now what I've done is I've slid the LEDs back into place, shoved a yellow cloth down to prevent as much metal shavings from going down as I can. Now what I'm going to do is modify the Dremel and change the bit. So at the moment I've got a diamond tip sort of routering bit in there. Now I'm going to put in a cutting disc. Score where I need to cut, maybe not that deep, something like that. And then I'm just going to start cutting. I might end up causing a fire with that yellow cloth, you know, because it's the friction and all that shit. It's sort of my marker to let me know that I have cutting all the way through. What I do now is grab some pliers and just, since I've already scored it, piece of piss, comes off just like that. Now, if I'm very lucky, it should just fit in. And yep, a little bit unlucky. So, you know what? That is incredibly smooth cut considering I've just cut through that. Boom! Just like that. That is surprisingly much neater than the other one. Just 2 more of these to do now. I've just got to reassemble these. Hopefully this is the last time I have to take apart these lights. Whether I show you the end result or not, with them all working daisy chained together, all depends on whether I can be asked when the extension cables come. Now, I'm going to tell you now, it's probably going to be a no. I'm not going to show you the end result. I'm just going to show you me installing the ports and cutting out the holes, because I'm a lazy little shit. I forgot to turn this light on. So yeah, you probably won't get an update. Kind of wish I had more of these lights to do because it's kind of enjoyable when it goes, oh, I've just scratched the inside of that. When it goes sort of how you plan for it to go. I mean, I knew buying those ports I'd need to cut it out. I knew it wouldn't fit in these existing holes. But what I didn't know is that it would go quite well. Unless these lights fail or stop working within a week, I'd call this project a success. Stuff the cloth down, cause a bit of a fire hazard, but I'd rather a fire hazard than an electrical hazard. I don't want metal shavings going down there. Cool. I did dent that one slightly, but yeah, that's nothing. The other one fell off the ceiling, so that's minor. This is the one that, yeah, fell off the ceiling. The hook bug. And here's that nasty fucking nerve that I can never get off. They're so small you get no grip on them. I don't want to use pliers because I end up yanking it off the cable. Oh well. No, I didn't yank off the cable, I just knocked it against the light. Wow. Wow, I think that was a success. Surprisingly, it didn't take me that long to fit the new port into each light. Someone put it up here. I can't remember. I think this is the first project that I've done in a very long time where something hasn't gone wrong and everything has gone to plan, and these lights are making a horrible sound behind me, so let's dim them down. So yeah, I'm very impressed with it. I can't wait for the new cables to come. I'm not going to update you on it because I just can't be arsed. But yeah, you know, I've got DMX controls over all the lights. If you have epilepsy, look away. It's pretty cool. I can't complain. So yeah, you know, it's pretty remarkable that I didn't blow a light up. During the early stages of planning out this, I did blow a fuse in one of the lights. Each light has its own internal fuse. What happened was I removed one of the Chinese ports and it was just sticking out of the case, and I plugged it in, and then the two progs shorted against the metal housing. It's going to make the wiring a lot neater. Into B-roll of wiring, please, somebody. So yeah, you know, it is going to make the wiring a lot neater, whether it's around my room, out on a gig, or on set. You know, I use these lights for anything. You know, I use them for streaming. You know, they're cool backlights. You know, it adds some nice sort of ambience to there. You know, pink, and you know, they've got some really good DMX options. I've just got them in single channel mode at the moment, or RGB dimmer. So you know, I could control each pixel of the light if I wanted to, but yeah, that's just too much time programming that I just don't want to do. I like having them around my room because it's a good place to store them. But you know, instead of storing them under the bed or in the wardrobe and taking up that precious space, I could just have them on the ceiling and around. It just cleans up my room a little bit. I'm happy with how it turned out. Apart from that, I might see you in the next video. Yeah, cool. Alright.